Hey guys, welcome to this quick win on the top 5 do's and don'ts of a leaders meeting. So where's the win here? Well, when you run effective leaders meetings that really help people with their volunteering, their serving and their leadership, people will go away feeling happy, satisfied, content with what you're doing in those leaders meetings, and they're more likely to come back to the next one you call. So there's a huge win here, and this does help you grow a healthy church because happy leaders are going to lead to a healthy church. So here we go. Top 5 things you should do or not do in a leaders meeting. Don't sing. I am allergic to singing in leaders meetings. Well, not if you're on a leaders meeting, I'm there and you're singing, I'll sing. But what you want to do is differentiate the leaders meeting, the volunteers meeting, whether you call it all in or team meeting, all teams, whatever you call it. Differentiate between that meeting and a Sunday service. So in a Sunday service, you're pretty well always going to sing. So don't sing in a leaders meeting. I think it has limited value, and I think you're better off filling up the time with other things that have added value. So get rid of the worship set in your leaders meetings. Second thing, do share some good news. So you as the pastor, share some good news. You as a church leader, bring some good news to the meeting. Make sure you have 3 or 4 good news sharing, and generally not just done by one person, where one person just kind of reads out the good news. Get people up to share it. They'll carry the vibe and the feel and the excitement of that good news. Share with your team the good news, because everyone loves to hear results of things that are going well. And it may be someone getting baptized, it may be someone that's had a change in their heart, might be an attitudinal thing that's shifted, might be someone who invited a friend to church, who came to church and kind of made a decision for Christ, or at least will come back a second time. All sorts of good news stories. Just get them flowing into the leaders meetings. People know then this is why what we do. Why we do what we do. Number 3, don't teach, train. Teaching, just standing up and talking about something, you don't know if people are getting that knowledge and wisdom and information. But in training, you have a feedback loop. You ask people, how's this going? What's going on there? So think harder about the segments of teaching that you do, so that they're training sessions, not teaching sessions. Now, you can do teaching sessions at different times, but if everyone is coming to a leaders meeting and all the time there's 30 minutes of you doing what you would normally do on a Sunday, pastor, I don't think it's as effective as people breaking out into their areas of service and learning a new skill, or refreshing an old skill, or upskilling in some kind of new vital area. Think training, where you know what people are getting, where they're not getting. Okay, number 4, do eat and drink. Make sure there's some food and some drinks, not cardboard biscuits, not kind of like Maxwell House coffee. Kind of up the ante with the food and the drink. And it's a great way to actually start a leaders meeting, is have a kind of 7:30 to 7:45, if that's your meeting time, where you have this coffee and eat and drink sort of mode that's relaxed. And so people coming late don't feel bad about being late. You want to have a vibe that's not, we start on the dot at 7:30, we notice everyone who walks in the door late. I'm not a fan of that. I'd rather have a kind of window, a tunnel of starting point where people are eating, drinking, talking, chatting. So you create the atmosphere of, hey, we're here to connect relationally as well as learn to do something. Okay, number 5, do lots of thank yous. Thank people publicly. Thank people privately. In that coffee conversation, just go around and say, hey, thanks so much for what you're doing in the kids area. Thanks so much in your hospitality zone. What you're doing in your small groups, wonderful. Find some specific things that you can thank people for. Get past the generalization and do some specific thank yous. Now, I'm a real fan that at a leaders meeting, hand out lots of Mars bars or apples, or I don't know, sort of little gifts that let people know, hey, you thought about me, and bring a specific encouragement, a specific thank you. Specific is always far better than general. But you can do a lot of general thank yous. You can thank a whole department at once and give all the youth leaders an orange. Give me an orange. I can eat it while the meeting's on. But do thank yous a lot in your leaders meetings. Okay, there you go. Leave some comments below, some feedback. Maybe you have some do's and don'ts that you really operate on with your leaders meetings. Put them in the comments. There you go. 5 do's and don'ts at leaders meetings. God bless you.